Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony and welcome to another blind reaction of Death Battle. This time we have Naruto versus Ichigo from Naruto and Bleach, respectively. Yeah. Who do I think is gonna win? Who am I rooting for in this? That's a tough one. Because, they're both such really good characters. I enjoyed both the series. I'm a big fan of both of them. To a certain extent. I think Naruto's going to win this one. I am going to be rooting for Naruto in this one over Ichigo. Mainly just because of the raw power that Naruto has. Now, I know there are a lot of similarities between the two characters. The demons within them, their power, all that stuff that they could do. Pretty damn similar. This is one I've been looking forward to. In fact, I requested this of them a while ago, but not that my request really means much. I'm sure plenty of others have. I'm just really psyched that they finally got to do this one. Yeah, so I will say this before I go into it. I don't know much more about Ichigo until after he defeated Aizen, after Aizen was defeated and sealed away. After that, I just kind of checked out, you know. I know that they did some stuff with the manga after that, and the show just kind of ended. Naruto story, I followed all the way through. There might have been some stuff that I missed here and there, but I know more about him, so yeah, I'm going to give the edge to him initially, but let's see what they say, let's see what kind of stuff they have to put out there, and we'll see who wins this one. Either way, I'm rooting for Naruto. That's my vote here. So, let's just get it started. As always, the link in the description below. Be sure to support the official release from Screw Attack and start the death battle in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright.
The Holy Shonen Trinity. The Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these.
One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto.
In manga and anime history.
And it's time for two of those shonen heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo
Prodigy,
the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay.
Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, is a pretty
Starting with Naruto.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The #1 knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was
Or
to
fire
excel
shower.
in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is, an airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
Reading too much into it.
Like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure, Wiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn
Failed
how
to
control
graduate
his
3 times,
chakra.
yep.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment. But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus.
Yeah, but a lot of them could do
And even
that. But
developed
the
a few
healing
new
thing
ones of
is
his own.
Naruto's really rapid.
His signature
Yeah,
move
that's
is
useful.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, shadow clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them.
Yeah.
But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand, Naruto creates a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more
Yeah, that is
than
impressive.
Ichigo's invented candies. But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other techniques.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit by that.
Including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even transform into a naked woman.
Ho 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not
The
having
research-
parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
While most
Yeah.
individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto
That's a hell of a
already has
chainsaw.
great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the
Yeah.
day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
So his first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
That's a good dad.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama.
Yeah.
Until they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state
Yeah, but that is an
includes all
old wise
Naruto's
man.
physical abilities.
An old wise frog.
Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine Tails Chakra Mode. Flame on! It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama Chakra Mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto
Yeah.
extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen Shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny hand!
He can also shroud himself in a Nine Tails sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive it can level a mountain range.
And for his final form, it's spoiler time. Pay attention, cause, yeah. All of this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later, she got all murder happy, so her sons stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him. So yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection, Naruto was given the most divine form of energy, Six Paths Chakra. With it, he can enter Six Paths.
In that sense, so is his wife.
Strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode. Whew.
Good God, that's a confusing
Yeah.
amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed
Well, to
punch
the
from
untrained
fourth
eye,
Raikage,
yes.
a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light speed loogie.
According to the 4th databook, this Light Fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough to survive getting stabbed, have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
Yeah.
Fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lift a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
He can even make new eyeballs for blind people. What's up with that? Oh, and in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not gonna run away.
Yeah.
Never go back on my word. That's my ninja. My ninja way.
Boruto's kind of a brat. Fuck that kid. Don't like that guy.
Shinigami.
Alright.
It may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is. The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty
Well,
normal
not a
kid growing
ginger.
up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years
Only
old
he kicks
and
ass,
walking home
too.
with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave.
Yeah, but then guess what happened to Mom?
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul. And it promptly killed
Yeah, but that
the
thing
mother.
got its comeuppance pretty damn quick.
I lost my poor mama boomstick. Oh, she
One of my
always
favorite
sees that
scenes.
ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained
When,
ignorant of the truth until
Isshin
years
shows
later,
up.
when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title
And
of
turns out he's a
Shinigami,
Shinigami as well.
a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe.
Like,
by
whoa, talk about a
helping
mind
those
blow.
who passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out, he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of Reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still being physically present.
And his new powers make him super.
Unless they're,
he can move with blinding speed.
unless they have
cut
some
through
type of
giant
spiritual
monsters
powers
with
as well.
ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring Reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best
It's one of the
friend.
coolest Zanpakutos
Every
in the show,
Shinigami
as
possesses
far
a
as I'm
Zanpakuto
concerned.
spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo
Crazier than
actually
Naruto
has
stuff?
2 different Zanpakuto spirits drawn from his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with Reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
Yeah, fuck
One
that
of
shit.
Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between
Constantly
these two
fighting
sides,
each other, yeah.
Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
Say, no, most of this I just haven't really been reading the manga or...
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
And I know how the series ended.
It's a sword beam, and Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast 2 of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
Over the course of his career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms, starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai.
Another similarity to
Being
Naruto.
Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the official databook, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but
usually
Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a swoopy Hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so friggin' big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face. No, I meant the bomb from 1945, not the, oh God.
Yeah, you had to say it.
Try as those little boys might, all it did to Ichigo was burn his arm. And he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
Which busted up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities. But then he lost those two.
I stopped really keeping up with it. I know some of the stuff, like his mom was a Quincy, that type of stuff, yeah.
But he still didn't give up.
I know how the series ended.
Top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but 2 Zangetsu swords.
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks, the Gran Rei Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
Which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named... Ewok?
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp k sound, so... Yowok?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, we can assume this Bankai is similar to his old ones, increasing its physical speed and strength along with his Reiatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after. Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name?
Yeah.
Ichigo?
What? No, it's Kazui.
I might have got it mixed up with the other enchilada kid or whatever.
Close enough.
Now I'm Ichigo
Yep.
Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
I will say this about when they mention the kids.
All right, the combatants are
We'll
set.
talk about
Let's
that
end
in a
this
second.
debate once and for all.
But first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named after food?
Yeah.
Maybe you can find them in your next punch from Blue Apron.
And here we go.
Grandpa
Alright,
always said that nothing in life
the way
is
when the
better
series ended,
than
when
making something
either series
with
ended,
two hands. And Blue Apron is both
each of them actually ended. These are the two
Apron is the #1 fresh
series that ended with the characters in the two ships that I supported.
Guaranteed fresh in
Naruto and Hinata and Ichigo and Orihime.
It's affordable. Blue Apron is less than $10.
Those are my ships. I love those things. I don't.
from a variety of recipes.
And hey, this is the only ones I know of that ended that way.
Are perfectly proportioned and the instructions
That became
are easy to
canon.
follow. I mean, even Boomstick can do it.
Hey, watch it or you're not getting any of the next meal I make when it arrives.
Well, then I'll make the crispy wild Alaskan pollock and garlic mashed potatoes with roasted broccoli and tartar sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety, don't bother. Recipes are not repeated within the year, so you'll never get bored. Check out this week's menu and get $30 off your first order with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle.
You'll love how good it feels and tastes.
Alright, I'm still rooting for Naruto, but I can't really tell which way it's gonna
That's
go.
blueapron.com/battle.
They're both fast, strong, have demons within, sort of, and many, many powerful forms.
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
Naruto, I sense a presence. Naruto, wake up.
Does that look like a hollow?
Whoa, he's invisible!
You can't see me? Good.
He doesn't really need to see you. Though that is an advantage. Not when you can sense energies.
Coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
Plus you got help, yeah.
You're dead!
How the heck?
I see you.
Bring it on! Katsuya!
Yeah, shadow clones aren't going to be much of a challenge then, but... Will he overwhelm him with numbers or power?
Really?
Yeah, that won't work either.
Yo, not bad, but I'm still gonna beat your ass. Give me a freaking break. Is that the best you can do?
Well, you better get it done with this one, otherwise you're fucked. And guess who wins? Naruto wins. I do like that Ichigo doesn't give up, but...
Screw you! Bastard!
Phew, who was that guy?
who cares?
KO!
Damn, even without his powers, Ichigo never gave
Was
up.
that-
What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all
I
really
just
wanted
saw
to win, but
Sayata versus Chuck
this
Norris on
wasn't
the side there.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he could see and fight Madara's Limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough.
Fair enough.
Especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's ×10 Bankai. The ×10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arrancar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of ×5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum ×10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of
Right.
argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Huecomundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha-ha!
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Ryatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
Most of his chakra has been siphoned off.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT, 40 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had to be over 27 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to him?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick. If one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on Ichigo.
The winner is
Naruto
Naruto
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki.
Alright, I'm fine with that.
Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle.
And if you want to watch exclusive commentary on this episode, click that little box over there and start a first membership trial.
Try to grab one of these shirts too.
Alright, who we got next time? Next Batman? Batman Beyond? Alright. There's Spider-Man 2099. That'll be an interesting one. Alright, so might have to check that out too. Alright, so that was Death Battle, Naruto versus Ichigo. Yeah, went as well as I would hope it would. Yeah, I'm completely unrelated, yet slightly related, no, as to what I was saying before. I'm gonna have to, like, I brought shipping into this for some reason, I don't know why. They didn't even mention it. They mentioned the fact that they had kids. That was the thing, is like these two shows, mangas or whatever, they ended up with who I hoped they would. So, hey, those are wins in my book. I'm gonna have to go back sometime and reread fully read the Bleach manga, but I don't know. I always preferred watching the show to reading the actual to reading the manga, because I don't know why. I just found those hard to follow. The art style was cool, but it didn't really convey the action of the show that I preferred. So I knew the basics of it. I just didn't really keep track of all that much of it. But yeah, that went about as I thought it would. Naruto won. I'm all good with that, but I'm sure there'll be pissed off fanboys complaining and bitching and moaning and blah blah blah. Who gives a fuck? So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and until next time, take care.